I don't have a huge following, so this is probably not going to reach a lot of people, but whoever it does, this is going to benefit you a lot, especially if you are a beginner day trader. Chances are, if you're seeing this video, you're probably in a very similar spot as I am in your trading journey. I've been in the trading space for a little over 2 years now, and I am still not consistently profitable. And you might be thinking, wow, Mark, 2 years is a lot of time to dedicate to something day in and day out and not see any results, or barely any results. To that, I'd say you're right. But I feel like I'm in too deep that I literally cannot quit at the point that I'm at. Day trading is by far the hardest business model to make online money that there possibly is. And I truly 100% with all of my heart believe that. And that is coming from someone who has tried and found, success in a lot of other online business models that you see, like reselling, drop shipping, clothing brands, SMMA, all of it. I have tried it all. However, the day trading community has kind of spoke to me in a sense, and the connections that I've made throughout my trading journey are ultimately what led me to a conclusion where I'm like, yeah, this is something that I want to do for the long run, and this is something that I love to do. I love the people that I've met through doing it. I love the, just all of it. I enjoy trading. Now, the reason I truly think that trading is one of the hardest business models to kind of take on is the majority of the fact that trading is a game against your own mind. And it kind of sucks because in a lot of other business models, you kind of put in some work and you see kind of direct results. But in trading, it is strictly a battle against your own mind. And the more that you trade and the more time you spend in the markets, you'll start to understand exactly what I mean. There are certain things in trading that you're not supposed to be doing, but you'll do it anyway. And then after the fact, you'll look back on it and be like, why in the world did I just do that when I know I shouldn't have done that? And the unprofitability, at least for me, has been a repeated cycle of that for the course of about a year and a half until I started to kind of really lock in with my emotional side of trading. I've recently been a lot better at it, and I feel like I am almost so close to just reaching that, point where I just break out. And I'm hoping that's how it is. Every trader that I've talked to that has become super profitable has told me that you will spend a very long time losing money or on a steady decline or literally just flatlining like this before your success literally explodes exponentially out of nowhere. Trading is hard because it's a game against your own mind, and it shows you that you don't have as much control over this as you thought you did for your entire life. Now, my goal as a trading creator, even though I am not making 100 grand in a day like these people you see on TikTok, and by the way, all these people that you see on TikTok, gurus, all this other stuff, 90% of it is fake. Maybe even more than that. Maybe even up to 95% of all of it is fake. Some people are trading on demo accounts. Their P&Ls are all fake. They don't show their losses. For me personally, I will admit that in my shorts and my Instagram reels and on my TikToks and stuff, I am updoing my emotions for the video because it gets views, so I really do see both sides of it. But my long form videos that I'm going to be posting on here, I want to be completely open and real with you guys, because this is kind of an opportunity that I get when I sit down in front of a camera to be kind of vulnerable and open to you guys and open to myself. And it really helps me grow just mentally. And I think it's good for you guys to see someone like myself who's probably in a very similar situation to you, kind of really striving for success in this space, and just being able to hear that you're not the only one that is feeling like this, because I promise you that there are so many people that are trying to get into trading and are failing, and it sucks. There are people who have been doing it for years and have not seen a single dime in profit. Understand all of what I'm saying and set realistic expectations for yourself. Now, the problem with the trading space these days is that people online, like I was just explaining, make it seem that this is the kind of thing that you can get into and within a month you are going to be rolling in it, which is simply not the case, unfortunately. And I'm telling you right now, if you are genuinely serious about day trading and finding success within this space, you need to be willing to commit yourself to this for multiple years. And yeah, reality check, that's probably not what you wanted to hear, and probably, not something that you really want to do. And it's totally fine. Nobody wants to dedicate themselves to something for years on end without seeing any results. But I know for me personally, it's like I've come so far. One, the reasons I keep going are two reasons. One, I have come so far that I feel like if I give up, it literally would have all been for nothing. And I truly feel like this is my destined path, because 9 months ago, I moved across the country out of my parents' house down here because of the connections that I made through trading. And I truly believe that that was God's plan for me, and this is my actual destiny. And secondly, I believe in myself. Straight up. And if you think about it, trading is really simple. The most frustrating part about it is that it seems so simple on paper, right? You have a chart in front of you. You know, trading watered down to its least form is guessing which direction the market is going to go, and if you guess right, you make money. It seems extremely simple. On futures, you literally have two buttons. You have a buy button and a sell button. If you press buy and the market goes up, you make money. If it goes down, you lose money, and vice versa for shorts, obviously. So when you get into it, you're thinking like, oh, this is easy. All I have to do is figure out how to guess the direction. But no, little do you know, that is the loophole, and that is how they reel you in. That's how they hook you, and that's how they reel you into this rabbit hole of mind fuck, excuse my language. You're going to learn that trading actually is as simple as it first seemed when you started, but all throughout your journey you realize that you thought things were getting more and more complicated when actually it was just that simple the whole time, and it is all up here. I'm telling you guys, that is the hardest part about trading. It is so hard to explain to people that are outside of this space that trading is all up here. I will stand by that. I will die on that hill, that if you can have the simplest strategy. Your strategy can consist of literally two zones. I know people who your strategy, anything. Your strategy can consist of anything. You can use indicators, you can use chart patterns, you can use candle patterns, you can use supply and demand, support and resistance, smart money concepts, ICT, anything. It's all up here. All strategies are profitable. That's another problem I have with this space, is that everyone is trying to rebrand the same concepts as different names, when at the end of the day, everything is up here. I've said on my TikTok before, any strategy works, and people are in the comments like, Mark, what are you talking about? Not every strategy works. And I would argue, yes, it does. Again, that's a hill I will die on. My biggest pieces of advice to a new trader, or really anyone, is these three things. One, stay silent about your journey. And I mean literally stay silent about it. Do not tell people you're doing this. Don't post about it on social media. Don't tell your friends or family or anything, because 99% of the time you're either going to get told it's gambling, or to do something else with your life, or be realistic about a way that you can make money, or all of these other things that I'm sure you've heard before, because people say them all the time, and it is really frustrating, especially if you have an entrepreneurial mindset like myself. So hearing those things can be really discouraging, so just stay silent. Secondly, figure out what works for you. Now, I just went on that whole spiel about how everything is up here and any strategy works. Block out all the noise and just make it you and the charts. I found the most success when I stopped listening to all these other people, stopped following alerts from Discord, stopped looking up, you know, the best day trading strategy in 2024 and all of these things, and I just went and back tested and looked for things that I noticed, looked for repetitions and patterns that I noticed in the market myself from watching the charts almost every single day since I started this about 2 years ago. I've seen the most progress since I've been doing what I know works for me, trusting my own intuition, or whatever you want to call it. Now, am I saying to just ditch all mentorships and discords that you may be in? No, absolutely not, because if it wasn't for my mentors, two of my closest friends now in my life have pretty much mentored me up to the point that I am at now. And if it wasn't for them, I don't think I ever would have got to this point where I feel like I'm about to ultimately break through to like insane profitability. So I'm not saying ditch all mentors and stuff, but I'm just saying kind of focus on yourself. Put yourself before other people. Put yourself and your intuition first. Thirdly, just don't give up. This is about to get a little off track and just turn super motivational, but listen to what I'm about to say. Even though I'm not making a lot of money from trading just yet, I love it because it has taught me so much about myself, and I have grown so much from where when I look back on where I used to be 2 years ago, not only in the trading space, but as a person, I have grown so much, and my life has changed. And yeah, obviously when you get into day trading, it's because you want to make money, right? I think 100% of people can come together and agree that the reason they got into day trading was because they wanted to make money from it. I have met two of the most ambitious and smartest people I've ever known in my entire life, and they are now two of my closest friends that I hang out with multiple times a week. And just being surrounded by them and this trading journey, I truly do think that was God's plan for me, but as well, like this trading journey, it's just really changed my life. And I'm telling you guys, if you apply yourself to anything in general, like this doesn't even just go for trading, if you apply yourself to something with the amount of dedication that I have to trading for a long period of time, such multiple years, when I say a long time, I'm talking about multiple years, you are going to see results. The money is not going to come in right away, as it has for me. But for me, I'm trusting the process and realizing that God has brought me to this point and put all of these other things in front of me, such as my own place, being able to have the opportunity to move across the country to pursue my dreams full time. I literally had the opportunity to move into this apartment that I now live in and pretty much pursue full-time entrepreneurship. The energy that you put out is what comes back in. If you are willing to work, you are going to see results no matter what. The more you work, the more you'll see results. It's as simple as that. I realized for a while I was slacking. I wasn't seeing much progress in my trading. It's because I wasn't backtesting, I wasn't journaling, I wasn't taking it seriously. I would hop onto the charts, I would click a bunch of buttons, and if I ended up on the day, great. If I ended red on the day, oh well. As of recently, I've been taking this very seriously, and making these videos is honestly, it's for me. Like when I look into this camera, I see myself in the little screen right here on the right side, right over here, and I'm looking at myself almost in a mirror, like I'm talking to myself, and it really is what keeps me going. Like making these videos helps me, and I hope that in the process, I'm helping other people on the other end of this video. You that are watching this, I hope I am helping you by everything that I'm saying. I hope I could just pick your mind a little bit, or you could learn, just take away one thing from this video. But at the end of the day, I'm doing this stuff for myself. That's all I got. I know this wasn't really my typical kind of video, and I didn't really know what to post educational wise, but if you did make it all the way to this point, I do really appreciate you, and you are a real one, and you are an OG, because we're going to the top here. And when I blow up, you're gonna be able to say that you were following Tells when he was at the bottom. Hopefully this motivated you to keep going, because I sure know that it did for me. And I'll finish off this video with one quote that I absolutely love that keeps me going every single day, and that is, why would I give up today when tomorrow might be the day that I win?